Hey fellas, it's me, Adam, and I'm finally doing the FNAF4 tips guide thingamajiggy because I want to help anyone. I want to help local Macy's out with any trouble they may be having with this probably one of the most challenging FNAF games, of course excluding games like Ultimate Custom Night 5020, etc. But this is one of the hardest games out of the main games, to say the least, because it requires a lot of listening, which I guess a lot of people aren't exactly the best at. Which, honestly, I don't judge them. Not everyone's great at something. So I'm going to be using cheats to properly show you guys the mechanics of the animatronics, because I'm doing multiple different tips for multiple different parts of the game. So the way I'm going to show you Nightmare's strategies by doing all Nightmare mode, but first we're just going to go into something decently relaxing. So yeah, we're going to go into Night 6 for now, because I want to keep things chill. Nightmare mode, it's still quite chill, but so look, this is how they start off. They start off right there, and listen to that walking. Notice the red dot, that's Foxy, listen. See, if you have earbuds, you can hear that footsteps went to the right. They went to the left, as you can see, they're both at the door. But, and see, look, when they go to a door, they actually go back from that door. Yeah. I need to flash the Freddles. You can actually tell by listening to a very loud screaming noise that actually plays. Listen. So when you guys listen to those footsteps coming right and left, if you hear a louder footstep at the same side, that means Foxy's ready to come into your closet if you go to the other one. Go away, you. I'm trying to show Foxy's example first. Go away, you. Go in the kitchen. Thank you. Okay, listen to Foxy. Hopefully he'll do it. God, fuck a duck. Go away. Yeah. Damn it, but he didn't do the sound. Basically, if he does that, where his marker's there, that means that his footsteps you will hear the same footsteps on the same side, but much louder. And the only way to stop him from going in your closet is to not go to the other hallway. You have to flash him like that. As seen. Yeah, you guys just saw what I did. So you have to listen to the footsteps of Foxy. Track him by going to the same side that he walks to. And then if he makes a much louder sound, then that means that he's on that side and ready to go into your closet if you don't go up to the hallway and then flash him. But of course you have to listen for Bonnie and Chica first. Now guys, remember, without the map, you guys don't really know where the animatronics are. But remember guys, you have to listen to the... How? I flashed Freddy not long ago. I mean, I flashed the Freddles not long ago. So how did he kill me? This is bullshit. It's fine. It's Night 6. It's assaholic. So yeah, that makes sense. So anyway, you have to listen to the footsteps. Like, see where Bonnie is now? Well, okay. Wait for Bonnie to go back to that same spot, and then look on the map. When Bonnie goes down the hallway once, listen to footsteps. Listen. Yep. Did you guys hear those footsteps on the left? You guys heard footsteps on the left. So, and they were very faint. That means that they only just came into the hallway. Listen again. Did you hear those footsteps again? They were louder this time. And then if you hear the same footsteps, seemingly the same amount of... I know I was dead. But if you guys listen very carefully to that, then you would have heard footsteps the first time Bonnie went down that hallway. Then you would have heard louder footsteps when he goes up to the door. That's how you know they're at the door. But sometimes they can play tricks on you, especially if they're both out. You have to have headphones to tell by which side the footsteps are coming from. But then again, sometimes it's a little bit hard to understand with the map off. But trust me when I say, you just have to listen for the footsteps the first time. That means they're entering the danger zone. That means that they're coming for your ass. They're coming to chew it off. They're coming to eat it. They're coming to chew ass, literally. They're coming to chew that ass. So basically, you have to listen. If you hear somewhat louder footsteps, that means they're probably at the door. But that doesn't mean just shut it. You still should listen, but just expect breathing. But just don't shut the door. Still listen. And I will show you what the breathing properly sounds like and all the different breathing sound types. Because trust me, sometimes you can hear breathing just like a little, like that, pretty much. Literally just the faintest little noise that doesn't sound like the normal noise that you hear when you're at a door. So, yeah, just don't forget about the fact that just don't forget the Foxy facts. You have to don't always go to a hallway because they don't come all the time. Even in 20, they don't come all the time. You listen for the clanking of pots and pans on the right side, and you don't have to go to the door for that. You just have to stay in your room. If you hear pots and pans, Chica's in the kitchen. Don't go to the right side unless Foxy heads to the right, because you have to still listen. And then I would still recommend looking at the right door if Foxy goes to the right. And then if he makes a louder noise in that ear, then if he makes the louder noise after this, he goes to a direction, he's in that direction. That's not him going to the other direction. So then you go down the hallway, you flash, of course still listening just in case. I would recommend listening even if Chica's in the kitchen, just in case, but just don't do it for too long. Just go down, just listen for like 2 to 4 seconds, then just flash, and then you should see a little Foxy head peeking back around the corner. And then sometimes when you flash him though, sometimes he'll actually be in the same direction, because when you flash him he resets to the middle, and then he'll choose whether he wants to go in the same direction. That can mess you up. So when you flash him, don't go back immediately, just listen, and if you hear his footsteps go to the right, then that means still stick on the right, because sometimes he will go back in the same direction. If you flash him down the right hallway, if you go back and then he makes that loud noise again, you'll probably think, oh, he probably went to the left. But no, he can go to the same side that you flash him on. And yes, he does do that. He does go up the. He does do the loud footsteps multiple times in a row, because I've gotten that before. So yeah, just remember this. We're gonna go into it again. Let me turn the sound up a bit. Okay. Also, remember guys, while you're playing, if you guys don't understand really how to know when the Freddles are gonna kill you, when Freddy's gonna come, a good idea is to listen for the screaming, like the background, like of the screaming that they make. You can hear the screaming right now. Hang on one sec. You just hear that little when I shut the door. Hopefully you did. Listen guys, listen. Yeah, that screaming right there, that's the Freddles. So, yep, you guys heard that. That was the loud footsteps of Foxy come down the left, see? And then you flash that ass. And look, he went to the same side. He went to the left side again. And then he's flopped to the right. Please, go. So remember, listen for footsteps. Bonnie? Bonnie? Good. Yep, you guys heard those footsteps on the right. And then you can get rid of her. I think Bonnie has lighter footsteps than Chica. I think Chica's footsteps are a little bit... Listen. You guys heard a bunch of those noises now. So now you guys kind of know what the noises are, right? You guys listen to all those sound effects that just played. And, oh god, Bonnie might kill me here. Bonnie? Okay, thank you. Thanks, Bonnie. Thanks for loving me. That was loud and very instant. You ass-blasting piece of shit. Remember, sometimes Chica will be a little dick, and then breathe in your ear, then you'll shut the door, and you know what they can do? They can actually go back to the hallway. They can legitimately go back, like, when you shut the door. Like, they'll like, if you listen to breathing, sometimes Bonnie and Chica won't. Sometimes Bonnie and Chica will walk back to, like, there where Bonnie and Chica are now, as a little, like, very sneakily. Sometimes they'll sneak back while you have the door shut, and then because you still have the door shut, that little son of a bitch, they can actually kill you. Like, if you hear footsteps, sometimes those footsteps are not actually them moving away. Sometimes what they do is they actually walk away, they breathe, then quickly walk away, sneakily. Oh god damn it. And then what they'll do is what you'll do is technically they'll count this as you shutting the door on them while there was no breathing. Because like I said, that's what the game thinks. That's the game. That's how the game works. I'll show you that mechanic in a sec, but sometimes they will breathe, you will shut the door, and they'll move back instantly before you actually shut the door. Then, because you did that, then that causes them to then come right back up to the door, and then they will not leave the door. And the way to get rid of them is to open the door, and then shut the door again. And here we have Nightmare Fredbear. You can learn his mechanics, I guess, too. Hey, buddy, listen. See? Left noise? If he doesn't make another noise for quite a while, that means that he's probably moved on to that side. Because he moves down the hallway silently, see? To the right. And then he came down silently, see? Now remember, there's not an easy way to know whether the laugh is real or fake. But a simple way to know whether it's real or fake is to listen on whether some people think that that's laughter, but I believe that's actually footsteps. So sometimes you won't go down. So if you think that he's gone down a side, a good way to do it. See, look at that. I wouldn't have known that if I didn't have the thing on. So sometimes you have to kind of guess. Because he obviously moves down the hallway silently. So, and remember, when you hear him go to one side, it's good to always look at that side. Especially with Nightmare on 20 mode, because he will kill you even if you are literally, like, the quickest freaking Sonic alive. He's a bitch. Yes. Oh, okay. Seriously, like, Fredbear is the easiest. Night 6 is legit the easiest. Even Nightmare mode is quite easy. Nightmare mode is literally... I beat Nightmare mode, like, in my 3rd attempt or some shit. I just hadn't come up with the big brain strategy just yet, in which I have now, so I kind of know how to beat them properly, because I know all the right sound effects. And remember, have tooltips on, because these tell you when you're able to flash your light and stuff. And boom. So remember, you can know when to flash your light if you have these tooltips on, because the second you hit okay, we got this scene, but you've already seen him at the no commentary video. But pretty much, this is the brother speaking, by the way, because he didn't really want us to die. He just was being a dickhead. He's a fucking asshole, said at least. And this is Fredbear, little plushy boy. And then they fade away. Foxy, headless. So basically, yeah. Auditory cues. Literally, people, most of YouTubers, including small ones, they just run right up to the door, and then they just listen for breathing, which wastes time. And this is how Foxy gets in, because you have to, the best way to beat 2020 legit. Oh, there's that flatline, kid dead. Sadness. Oh, because the brother and his mates are fucking dumbasses. Ding! So basically, yeah. The best way to beat pretty much any of these modes is to keep Foxy out. And that's why I don't go to the bed nearly as much. I wait and always make sure that I'm keeping Foxy off of my ass. So if I hear footsteps on one side and Foxy goes to that side, I like to still go down the same side that Foxy heads to, even if he's not actually there for you to flash. I still like to do that. Like I said, sometimes you can fuck up the strat. I fuck it up sometimes. That's just part of life. You mess shit up. It's just how it works. So anyways, basically, yeah, I'm gonna go in a nightmare mode to show you. Remember, you have to listen. So I'm gonna try and help out a little bit more with this. So obviously they all start there, in the very middle. And then the second you hear that, then you have to follow Foxy. Like that. And then if you hear footsteps on one side that are like, kind of, that sounds like they're coming to your ass, then yes, you should be concerned. So, yeah, you hear those pots and pans? Yep. And then you'll hear footsteps of Chica usually coming out. And then, usually when Chica leaves the kitchen, she tends to come. Sometimes those should be real. Whoa! Jesus, that's how they killed me. They appeared real fast. How are 3 appearing at once? I think it's because I'm staying maybe in the bedroom too long. Now, I want to show you guys what happens if I shut the door while they're there. No. Can you? You're an asshole. I'm trying to do something here. And then you decide to come to the door as I'm going up there. Of course, Chica would do that. I want to show you guys what happens. Okay, thank you. So you see if they're there, shut the door, look, she'll appear. And she won't go away. So listen. You'll hear breathing, then shut the door again, and then you just dealt with her. Now, I'm probably about to die by either Bonnie... I'm fine. Sometimes they'll do really loud breathing instantly. Sometimes they'll do the quietest little plimp. So sometimes it's good to wait a good 3 to... It's good to wait a few 3 to 5 seconds or some shit like that. Like I said, you can hear footsteps on both sides. That's probably why you want to be concerned. Like I said, I still think it's stupid that when you go back to a door... Yeah, look at that. See, when I shut the door, then she teleports, and she won't go away. You have to open the door again to actually get rid of her again from that mistake that you made. So yeah, he just made loud footsteps, so bada bing, you're dead. Go. And see, he went to the same side. I know I'm kind of speaking really fast here, but I've never done a strategy guide before, okay? I'm new to this. You made loud footsteps. Go to that side. Flash a bing bing. And yeah, you look at the same side. So, when dealing with Nightmare, sometimes when he'll laugh, and you'll want to go to the closet or something, and then Foxy got in. Well, sometimes he does that. Sometimes he's a sneaky boy. We're about to get Nightmare anyway, so... Foxy's pretty easy to get back to his happy place sometimes. Just shut the door for like 10 seconds or something, and then he's like up at that point. Okay, gotta go quick before Freddles eat my ass. Because my ass is not very chewable, thank you. He's a good plushie. Bonnie! Oh, thanks. There you go, just want to wait for Nightmare to appear so you can really know Nightmare's difficulty. I would show you Nightmare's difficulty in the 20 mode, but you can't access 20 mode once you've already beaten it, which is kind of bullshit, so your life sucks. Yep, there we go. So yeah, for him, don't shut the door. Don't flash, just shut the door. See, look at that. He can appear instantly. That's what he does in 20 mode. He'll do that and then he'll kill you. That's why it's good to have tooltips on. because then you'll know exactly what point you can shut that door. So yeah, don't flash the light unless you go to a door and then he like does the footsteps and laughs. If he does both of those, then I would recommend. And then you decide to go to a door, thinking that it may be fake, flash just in case. And if he's not there, then try and quickly go to look behind you and then close it. It's always good to look behind you first, because if he's behind you, it's easier to go behind you. So, but then you're probably dead from the closet anyways. Like I said, this requires a bit of luck with the amount of time he laughs. So, sorry for my FNAF AR Toy Bonnie video. Not beating Toy Bonnie, because I suck a lot of ass. And on top of that, the game didn't start. See, look, if I didn't have it on, I probably would have. A good idea to deal with that is to keep the door shut. If you hear laughter while you have a door shut, it's good to just keep the door shut for a little longer, just like maybe 1 to 2 seconds. Then open the door, flash. Then you see he's not there, and you haven't heard any other footsteps. That means you're just like, that means you know it's real. Then, if you don't hear any footsteps after a while, then you're just like, God, gotta go check. One of the things. See, the funny thing is, he's actually slightly less aggressive when he's on the bed and the closet, but he's still slightly more aggressive in the closet than he is on the bed. It's a little bit confusing, but yeah, when he's at the doors, it's always more confusing. So that's why if you hear giggling on one side and then as he's laughing, if you hear laughing as he's going to one side, it's always good to check that side. If you don't hear any more giggles, then it's good to then you would if he's going left and right and then he goes to one side and then boom, he does that dick move on you, I would recommend checking the bed and the closet first, because at the same time he can be more reasonable at the door. Sometimes it's the other way around. Like I said, it's a bit confusing. I can't explain everything in this universe. Everything's confusing. I've never done this before, so please excuse my bullshit. I mean, it's not bullshit, it's actually kind of true, but you know what I mean. I still don't know how I beat Fun with Balloon Boy without any sound and just guessing onto Flash. I flashed him twice. I'd flashed him multiple times and then he wouldn't move, so then I just decided to wait until 10 seconds. I flashed and he was on the floor in the middle. Then I waited until 1 second and flashed, and I got him on the spot. I don't know how. I didn't even have any sound. I didn't have earbuds in. It was silence. I had the volume off completely, with no headphones on, and I just guessed when to do it. And I don't even think I'd beaten him before that with listening. So I'm a god of some kind. I don't fucking know. So yeah, pretty much the summary is always wait in the main area, and I guess Freddy can actually appear as all three instantly sometimes, if you won't know. He's never done that in 20 modes, and I sat in the bedroom for a long time, but I guess I sat in the bedroom a lot longer because I had the map on, so I knew where they were 100%. So, pardon me, excuse me. And so that's probably the reason why they can do that, just so you can't sit up in there and cheat. So yeah, basically summary: stay in the bedroom, listen for Foxy. Don't use cheats, by the way, because it doesn't really count for you actually beating it. Not to mention you can only have cheats once beating 20 mode, but you don't actually get the extra stars for beating the challenges with cheats on. It's good to beat them legit, as I'm going to be at some point in my life. So yeah, basically just so wait in the bedroom for Foxy. Always follow which side he goes, and don't check the right side of Chica's in the kitchen unless Foxy goes down that hallway, because then you'll go to another. If you go to the other hallway, he'll get in. And remember to listen out for the screaming kids, the Freddles. Listen for the Freddles in the background as you're playing. You'll start to hear the noise get louder, and if you notice the flickering of the light get a lot, that means you're probably dead. So then you can probably expect a jump scare then. But yeah, it's good to check every now and then. Like I said, it's just listen for this the Freddles screaming to get louder, and as it gets louder, that means that they're progressively building up your inanimate death. Unless you, of course, destroy their asses. Sorry. And then, obviously, you can hear the footsteps for when they first come. So, remember, don't bother Chica. But if she stops pots and pans, go to that side. But I don't like to go to a side unless Foxy's on that side too. So, I usually wait. That's why you guys notice. Even though I acknowledge the fact that, you guys probably, you might not know that I acknowledge the fact. But, yeah. In the videos, I acknowledge the fact that Chica's not at the kitchen and that she's making some loud-ass footsteps towards my doorway. I don't go down the hallway until Foxy switched over to Chica's side, just in case he were to do the little I'm coming down the hallway to break into your closet and stalk you at night mode. So that's what I do. And then and although that can, cause some bad shit with frickin' Freddles, it's not bad if you get the Freddles, because the funny thing is you can actually get the Freddles a lot easier without Chica there. Because I sometimes after getting Bonnie, obviously when Chica's not there, and then of course always waiting for Foxy to be on the same side as Bonnie, only when I start to hear some faint footsteps, then I go down the hallway, flash him, always check the Freddles, and sometimes there'll only be 1 or 2, sometimes just barely 3, and that way whenever Chica comes, then there's no Freddles to bother me, so I have a lot more time to kill, just to wait for Foxy to be on the correct side to go down. So I hope this wasn't too confusing. If it was confusing, I'm sorry, okay? I've never done this. I'll try and make maybe an advanced one where I explain it in a much smoother way. Just tell me what you think of the video that I just produced. Try out the strategy, try and understand it, try it out, see how it does for you. Try it out with anything, with any mode that you want. And if it's not exactly understandable, just tell me in the comments. And then I will try my best to make a much easier, much more understandable guide. Because now I know for a fact that how much I just explained was already a bit too confusing, okay? So yeah, just if it's too confusing, I'm sorry. If you like content that I make, subscribe and then hit the bell so then you'll get notified for the content that you're clearly enjoying. Otherwise, why would you subscribe? You don't have to. You could just be watching my videos for the fun of it. Your choice, my friends. And yeah, just comment the feedback, obviously, and I'll get back to you if it's something I need to reply to, of course. And of course, I like to heart people's comments, but that's just for now because I almost get no comments. So, and don't forget, I'll be working on Toy Bonnie very soon. I have to get a Toy Bonnie lure first from the every 4-hour present. Not to mention my phone needs to charge very soon. So I'm gonna end the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Later. Bye, fellas.